Hello YouTube, B3 here back, another kicking action figure review. Today's review is over the SH Monsterarts Gamera figure from Tamashii Nations and Bandai. Yeah, I got this guy off Amazon for $6.66. I actually pre-ordered him for like $80, but I had 3 gift cards I needed to use, so I just dropped them all on him. And last time I checked, he dropped down to 72. I don't know what he's going to be when I get this review up, but I waited forever for this guy. Gamers gave lots of excuses like dock strikes, winter storm, etc. But I finally got him. I can finally review him, and maybe eventually I'll actually upload this review. So yeah, here he is. Gamera. Really cool. This is probably one of, if not my most favorite figure of all time. Maybe not of all time, but at least in my collection. I love this figure. He's fantastic, absolutely wonderful. He's just a really, really great figure. But yeah, you know, as always, let's zoom out and take a look at T-Box. Yeah, really nice box in this guy. Got the big Gamera 2 Gamera here. You know, Gamera 2, Attack of Legion, etc. Tamashii Nations, Bandai, SH Monsterarts Gamera, 1996. Really, really cool. There's the window that he was in. Gamera there on the side. And lots of stuff on the back. Gamera, flight mode, mana blasts, posing, etc. Got some more stuff over here. Legal jargon on the bottom, and etc. Figure information. There's the top of the box. Just really dope. Very, very, very cool. But yeah, here he is, Gamera in all his glory. Heisei Gamera too. Glad I finally have a Heisei Gamera figure. I'd only had Showa Gamera figures until I got this guy, and then I bought another Gamera figure to go with him. So we're gonna have to check that out as well. But yeah, he's really cool. Articulation. He's got all manner of articulation in the head and neck, even jaw. I love jaw articulation. And a big surprise to me was tongue articulation. Yeah, so you can like be roaring with his tongue all out. Blah, 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 blah. That's really awesome. Just all the articulation you could want in the neck. And the top of the shell here, as you can see, is articulated so that you can put his head all the way out for flight or swimming poses. So that's really cool. And then you got these joints in the arms. You can straighten the arms all the way out and everything. Really good movement on the hands and everything. Really nice. All this is articulated, but I'll show you that later. It doesn't crunch or anything. It opens up for his mana blast. And all manner of leg articulation as well. Big old fruits. And tail movement is really good. Lots of great movement in the tail. Love segmented tails. Fantastic. Love them. But yeah, now detail and paint. As you can see, detail and paint on this guy is absolutely perfect. It looks really, really good. You can see the eyes have some very good detail in them, looking straight forward. My other Gamera figure has them looking one each side, so it's a little weird. But you know, this guy's looks perfect. He's got lots of toning on his teeth and his tusks and etc. Love the tusks. Such a good touch that makes him feel like more than a turtle, you know. Lots of just great lines and stuff on his belly here. I love the color variations and stuff. All his arm spikes. They look really good. The details on the bottom of the feet, fully detailed. Looks really good. Really good. I don't know if he's like, it almost looks like obsidian or something on the tail. Really nice. It just looks so good. It just looks so good. And then the shell. Look at that shell. Lots of great texture in the shell with all the bumps and everything. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. This figure is perfect. Such a beautiful, perfect figure. Like, I couldn't have asked for more. Looks absolutely wonderful. Just looks so good. Our first big accessory is the Monoblast. You know, his big old plasma. Well, it's not really a Monoblast. I guess it technically is. But it's just a blast coming out of his mouth. Glad he got his, you know, blast effect. His little plasma blast. Because honestly, if I didn't get the Plasma Blast, I was just going to use this blast effect, and I think that his effect here looks better for him, honestly. But it looks really, really good. As you can see, it fits perfectly into his mouth. It even goes around the tusks and everything, so you don't have to worry about breaking your tusks. But it fits in there perfectly. It comes on this stand here, just a big pillar of clearness, which sits in, you know, this kind of standard Monsterarts energy tracking stand. Here's this itself. Looks really, really nice. Love it. Ah, so good. So good. There's the end there. Stick Gamera's mouth on that. And blast the front. Mine feels really greasy for some reason. Also, if you want Gamera to like shoot down or something, you can use a regular Tamashii stand with it as well. It's not limited to just the stand it comes with. So you can use the other Tamashii stands. Now I'm guessing one of the main reasons they picked this specific Gamera for their Monsterarts line is because this Gamera would come with the most accessories. And some of the accessories being his big old flippers, or wings, or however you really want to see it. I see them as flippers, because, you know, turtles, some turtles have, you know, like, flippers. But yeah, that's the first part you put on, and then there's another part you put on him as well to get him into flying mode. But first, you know, we're just going to have a close-up of these flippers. You know, he's got his little claws on the end and stuff, like his arms pretty much just fold out, it looks like. Doesn't make any biological sense, but he, well, neither do Kaiju, actually. Kaiju don't make biological sense. But, hey, whatever, it's fun, it's cool, plus he's, you know, a test tube baby, so. Now here's Gamera in his full flying mode. As you can see, you use the same stand base, but you got a little different stand part, and also interchangeable butts. Yeah, this Gamera has interchangeable buttholes. And as you can see, this whole bottom section comes off. It's got a little rocket legs, and a little tail, a little new tail. Tiny little stub tail like my pet turtle has. But, yeah, you see this part, it's got, you know, his shells stuff molded into it, and those go up under the rocket parts. So he just kind of sits on it like that. So, yeah. That is Flying Gamera. And here's Gamera's final gimmick. His, you know, chest cannon monoblast. It's really cool. As you can see, his chest parts just open up. Mine right here is a little loose, and sometimes it's hard getting them all aligned correctly, which is why I'm just going to leave mine shut probably, but, you know, it's whatever. He doesn't come with a Mana Blast piece, because, you know, he comes with his regular blast, so I don't blame Tamashii for not doing it. You know, they're trying to keep the cost down as much as they can. This guy's original cost was like 96 bucks or something like that. But yeah, you know, it's real nice. If you want to put an LED light in there so that it'll light up, all you have to do is remove your bottom part, and then you can get up behind that from there, and you can just stick the LED up in it. And then, boom, light up Gamera, which is really cool. I'm thinking about doing it, but I don't know if I want to go through the trouble if I'm never going to have him displayed open, you know? You know. But that is cool. That's really cool. And this part down here, see where it connects right there? My part like that was in backwards, so it wouldn't go down when I got it. So if yours doesn't lower when you get your Gamera, if you get your Gamera, then make sure that piece is facing the right way. Now as for size comparisons of this guy, there's a lot of different stuff I want to compare him to, so I'm just going to do it all really quick and not talk about how great I think it scales, because you're all going to have your own opinions about that anyways, so here we go. Here's our Gamera figure with other Gamera figures. Here he is with American Godzilla figures. With Pacific Rim figures. With Ultraman figures. And last but certainly not least, here's Gamera with, from left to right, N.E.C.A Godzilla figures, Revoltech Godzilla figures, and Monsterarts Godzilla figures, since Monsterarts has only made Godzilla and Mothra figures so far. But yeah, you know, I think he scales well with his super articulated family. So all in all, what are my final thoughts on the SH Monsterarts Gamera Gamera 2 figure? It's fantastic. The Heisei Gamera trilogy is just one of the best kaiju movie series of all time. Gamera 2 Attack of Legion was fantastic. Not as good as, Gamera 3, but still good. This figure has great articulation, great paint and detail. Scales well with those 6-inch figures, especially, the N.E.C.As and the Monsterarts and stuff, and the smaller Revoltech figures. He's just fantastic, and he comes with so many accessories, and he's just worth the price. He's worth the price. So I'm going to give this Gamera 5 out of 5 stars. He's absolutely amazing. One of the best figures in my collection. One of my favorite figures for sure. And I'm just going to have him for as long as I can. I love this figure so much. And I'm just going to mess with it and mess with it and mess with it like I have been for the past several days since I got it. So yeah, that's it, you guys. Please remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, follow me back on Twitter and all that jazz. And I'll see you all later.